Hello everyone. Today we have on review 2 euro commemorative coins minted in 2017. This year, as in 2016, we have again 32 different coins. So let's start reviewing them. The first coin in 2017 was minted by Italy. This coin is dedicated to the 400th anniversary of St. Mark's Basilica in Venice. This building is one of the landmarks of Venice, located on St. Mark's Square next to the Doge's Palace. The first St. Mark's Basilica was founded in 828, after which it was rebuilt many times. The coin is dedicated to the 400th anniversary of the Basilica and refers to 1617, the year of completion of the reconstruction and the current appearance of St. Mark's Basilica. The coin depicts the facade of St. Mark's Basilica, the inscription Venice on top, San Marco on the bottom. Years 1617 to 2017. Mark of the Roman Mint, RI, Republic of Italy. Initials of the engraver. Mintage of the coin, 1,500,000 pieces. Recent sales on eBay were at prices from $4 to $6. Now the cheapest coin costs $5. The second coin of Italy is dedicated to the 2000th anniversary of the death of Titus Livius. Titus Livius is a famous Roman historian whose most famous work is History of the Foundation of Rome. In modern times, the works of Titus Livius are subject to great criticism due to the large number of inaccuracies in working with sources and the predominance of stylistic presentation over factual. The coin depicts a bust of Titus Livius created by Lorenzo Lorenzi Moretti, RI, Republic of Italy, years 2017. Initials of the engraver, mark of the Roman Mint, and the inscription Titus Livius. Mintage of the coin, 1,500,000 pieces. On eBay, such coins were recently sold at prices from $4 to $5. Now the cheapest lot with such a coin costs $4.5. Luxembourg has issued a coin dedicated to the 50th anniversary of the abolition of general conscription and the transition to voluntary service in the Luxembourg army. The central part of the coin is occupied by a portrait of Henry of Nassau and the inscription 50 years of voluntary service in the Luxembourg army. The year 2017 is on top. The inscription Luxembourg is on the bottom. Mint mark of the mint director and the mint mark in Utrecht, the Netherlands. The mintage of the coin is 500,000 pieces. Recent sales on eBay have been at prices from $6 to $15. Currently, the cheapest coin costs $7. There is a variant of the coin where the mint mark of the mint director is a bridge and the mint mark is a lion. This coin was issued with a mintage of 2,500 pieces and costs around 690 euros. The second coin of Luxembourg is dedicated to the 200th anniversary of William III, King of the Netherlands and Duke of Luxembourg. He was the ruler of Luxembourg before Adolf I and the Nassau family became the Duke of Luxembourg. The coin depicts 2 portraits of Henri Nassau, the current ruler of Luxembourg, and William III. The inscription Guillaume III is made in the French manner. This is the name William III. Year of birth, 1817. The inscription Grand Dukes of Luxembourg, year of mintage 2017. Mint mark of the mint director and mint mark in Utrecht, Netherlands. Mintage of the coin 500,000 pieces. On eBay, such coins have recently been sold at prices from $4.50 to $8.50. Currently, the cheapest lot with such a coin costs $4.50. There is a type of coin where the mint mark of the mint director is a bridge and the mint mark is a lion. This coin was minted in a limited edition of 2,500 pieces and costs around 690 euros. A coin dedicated to the memory and centenary of the death of the famous sculptor Auguste Rodin was issued in France. The coin next to Rodin's portrait depicts his most famous sculpture, The Thinker. This is one of the most recognizable sculptures in the world, according to Rodin himself. This sculpture depicts the author of the Divine Comedy, Dante Alighieri. RF, Republic of France. Inscription A. Rodin. Years 1917 to 2017. Mark of the Paris Mint and mark of the director of the mint. Mintage of the coin, 10 million pieces. Recent sales on eBay were at prices from $4.20 to $6. Now the cheapest coin costs $4.20. The second coin of France is one of the most recognizable commemorative coins of €2. It is dedicated to the 25th anniversary of the pink ribbon, a symbol of the fight against breast cancer. The coin depicts a naked female bust covered with a pink ribbon, the semicircle inscription, 25th anniversary of the pink ribbon, the mark of the Paris Mint, and the mark of the director of the Mint. Years 1992 to 2017. RF, Republic of France. In 2019, at the famous coin competition Coin of the Year, this coin won the title of the Best bimetallic coin. The mintage of the coin is 10 million pieces. On eBay, such coins were recently sold at prices from $4.20 to $7. Now the cheapest lot with such a coin costs $5. There is also a color version of this coin. The price for it is from €400. Slovenia has issued a coin dedicated to the 10th anniversary of the introduction of the euro currency. This event is depicted in the form of 10 flying swallows. The inscription Slovenia 2017 is written around the circle. 10 years of the introduction of the euro currency. The mintage of the coin is 1 million pieces. Recent sales on eBay were at prices from $3.7 to $5.9. Currently, the cheapest coin costs $3.5. Slovakia has issued a coin in honor of the 550th anniversary of the Metropolitan University. This is the oldest university in Slovakia, which is also included in the list of national monuments of Slovakia. The coin depicts a teacher and 2 students. Above them is a medallion of King Matthias Corvinus, the founder of the university. Years 1467 to 2017. Inscriptions, Metropolitan University and Slovakia. Mint mark and designer's initials. Mintage of the coin is 1 million pieces. On eBay, such coins were recently sold at prices from $4 to $7. Currently, the cheapest lot with such a coin costs $3.50. Germany has issued the 12th coin dedicated to the federal states of Germany, the Bundesländer series. The coin is dedicated to the federal state of Rhineland-Palatinate. The coin depicts Porta Nigra, the largest and best-preserved ancient city gate in the world, which is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, that is, the symbol of the city of Trier. Under the image of Porta Nigra is the name of the federal state of Rhineland-Palatinate, and the letter designation of the issuing country D, Deutschland. 2017 year of minting. Mint mark. Let's not forget that Germany has 5 operating mints, and this coin is minted with 5 different letters of the mint. Initials of the designer. Mintage of the coin, 30 million pieces. Recent sales on eBay were at prices from $4 to $5. Now the cheapest coin costs $4. Spain has issued the 8th coin dedicated to UNESCO monuments in Spain. The coin is dedicated to the Church of St. Mary at Mount Naranco. This is an ancient Asturian church, the construction of which was completed in 842, and which architecturally imitates the Roman style. Madrid mint mark, inscription Spain, year of mintage 2017. Mintage of the coin 4 million pieces. On eBay, such coins were recently sold at prices from $4.3 to $5.3. Currently, the cheapest lot with such a coin costs $4.5. San Marino has issued a coin dedicated to the 750th anniversary of the birth of Giotto. This is a famous Italian painter. At the end of his life, Giotto lived in Florence, where he was appointed the main director of the construction of a new cathedral. Giotto began building a bell tower, which he could not finish due to death. But today, the 84-meter bell tower and the Cathedral of Santa Maria del Fiore are considered the visiting cards of Florence. The coin depicts a portrait of Giotto and the bell tower. The inscriptions Giotto and San Marino. Years 1267 to 2017. Mark of the Roman Mint. Artist's abbreviation. Mintage of the coin. 80,000 pieces. Recent sales on eBay were at prices from $33 to $37. Now the cheapest coin costs $33. The UN declared 2017 the year of sustainable tourism. This type of tourism is the opposite of mass tourism and does not harm the environment. In San Marino, they decided to use this theme and issue a commemorative coin. Canadian artist Andrew Lewis developed a design where in the center is a planet surrounded by stormy waves. In a semicircle, the inscription, Sustainable Tourism, and San Marino 2017. Mark of the Roman Mint, engraver's mark. Mintage of the coin is 70,500 pieces. On eBay, such coins were recently sold at prices from $32 to $38. Currently, the cheapest lot with such a coin costs $36. In 2017, Belgium issued coins dedicated to universities. The first coin is dedicated to the 200th anniversary of the University of Liège. The University of Liège is among the top 300 universities in the world, according to many ratings. The coin depicts the coat of arms of the University of Liège, with the dates 1817 to 2017. Around the circle is the inscription 200 years of the University of Liège, the mint director's mark and the mint mark. The letters BE, Belgium. The mintage of the coin is 200,000 pieces. Recent sales on eBay were at prices from $15 to $16. Now the cheapest coin costs $16. The second coin from Belgium is dedicated to Ghent University, which also celebrated its 200th anniversary. Ghent University is considered the best university in Belgium by many ratings and is also among the top 100 universities in the world. The coin features the Ghent University logo and the years 1817 to 2017 around the edges. The inscription 200 Years of Ghent University is printed around the circumference. The mint director's mark and the mint mark. The letters BE, Belgium. The mintage of the coin is 200,000 pieces. On eBay, such coins were recently sold for prices from $10 to $15. Currently, the cheapest lot with such a coin costs $10. In 2017, Finland celebrated the centenary of its independence. Of course, this event was reflected in a coin, and this coin has a rather unusual design, where the geographical contours of the borders of Finland are outlined from the general mosaic. The inscription Finland in Finnish and English. Years 1917 to 2017. Finnish mint mark, abbreviation FY, Finland. Mintage of the coin, 2,500,000 pieces. Recent sales on eBay were at prices from $4.5 to $9. Now the cheapest coin costs $4.5. The second coin of Finland is dedicated to the nature of Finland, and the coin depicts a landscape visible from the island of Harmaja, an island with a lighthouse near Helsinki. The image represents a crow sitting on a tree branch against a full moon. The abbreviation FI is Finland, the sign of the Finnish mint. Year of minting 2017. The mintage of the coin is 500,000 pieces. On eBay, such coins have recently been sold at prices from $4 to $10. Currently, the cheapest lot with such a coin costs $5. In 2017, Malta issued the second coin from the megalithic temples of Malta series. This time, the coin is dedicated to the Malolithic temple of Hagar Kim, which is the largest of the megalithic temples in Malta. Hagar Kim translates as standing stones, and the coin depicts the standing stones of this temple. The inscription Hagar Kim Temple and the years 3600 to 3200 BC. Below the inscription Malta and the year of minting. The artist's initials. The mintage of the coin is 405,000 pieces. Recent sales on eBay were at prices from $5 to $8.5. Currently, the cheapest coin costs $4.5. There is also a version of this coin with the mark of the French mint and the mark of the mint director. The price of this version starts from 15 euros. And a version with the letter F in the star at 6 o'clock, its price starts from 25 euros. The second coin of Malta is dedicated to the series From Children in Solidarity. The design of the coin was created by a schoolboy. On the coin, children are holding the Maltese flag and above them a dove of peace. At the bottom is the inscription Malta and the year of minting 2017. The mintage of the coin is 308,000 pieces. On eBay, such coins were recently sold at prices from $4.6 to $9. Currently, the cheapest lot with such a coin costs $4.5. There is also a version with the mark of the French Mint and the mark of the Mint Director. The price of such a version starts from 14 euros. In 64 AD, the Roman Emperor Nero blamed Christians for the Great Fire of Rome. It was then that the persecution of Christians began. Paul and Peter, who later became saints, were martyred. Saint Peter was crucified on the Vatican Hill. According to legend, he said that he was not worthy to be crucified like Jesus Christ and asked to be crucified upside down. Saint Paul, as a resident of Rome, was beheaded. Thanks to their martyrdom, Saints Paul and Peter further spread Christianity. Every year on June 29th, Catholics celebrate the day of Saint Paul and Saint Peter. In 2017, the Vatican issued a commemorative €2 coin dedicated to the 1950th anniversary of the martyrdom of Saints Paul and Peter. The coin depicts Saints Paul and Peter with their symbols. The keys symbolize the keys to paradise which, according to legend, are in the possession of Saint Peter. The sword symbol of Saint Paul symbolizes the martyrdom he accepted. The semicircle inscriptions, Vatican City, 19th 50th anniversary of the martyrdom of Saint Paul and Saint Peter. Year of mintage 2017 R, the mark of the Roman mint. Name of the artist and name of the engraver. Mintage of the coin, 105,000 pieces. Recent sales on eBay were at prices from $37 to $46. Currently, the cheapest coin costs $44. In 1917 in Fatima, Portugal, 3 shepherd children saw the Virgin Mary, who gave them 3 prophecies. These prophecies allegedly predicted World War II and the evil that communism would bring to Russia. These prophecies are very well known among Catholics, but even there, they are considered very controversial. The prophecies are vague and manipulative, set out in 3 secrets. And the third secret, which is the most controversial, the Vatican did not reveal until 2000, in which the Pope walks through a destroyed city where he is killed by soldiers. Nevertheless, these prophecies are popular in the Catholic world, so the Vatican issued a commemorative coin in honor of the centenary of the prophecies in Fatima. The coin depicts 3 shepherds to whom the Virgin Mary appeared in 1917, and behind them, the Basilica of the Virgin Mary of the Rosario, which began to be built in 1927 precisely in honor of these events in Fatima. That is, when the Virgin Mary appeared to the shepherds, this basilica did not yet exist in Fatima, and the coin depicts an obvious anachronism. At the top is the inscription Vatican City, years 1917 to 2017. R is the mark of the Roman mint, the initials of the artist and the initials of the engraver. The mintage of the coin is 105,000 pieces. On eBay, such coins were recently sold at prices from $40 to $51. Currently, the cheapest lot with such a coin costs $40. Portugal has issued a coin dedicated to public safety in honor of the 150th anniversary of the creation of the Portuguese police. The coin symbolically depicts people and human houses, above which is the Portuguese police emblem. The inscriptions, rights, freedoms, guarantees, 1867 to 2017 public safety, the Portuguese mint mark, the author's name, the inscription Portugal. The mintage of the coin is 520,000 pieces. Recent sales on eBay were at prices from $4.8 to $6. Currently, the cheapest coin costs $4. There is also a color version of this coin. Prices for it start from 650 euros. The second coin of Portugal is dedicated to the 150th anniversary of the birth of the famous Portuguese writer Raul Brandão, who described the common Portuguese people in his works. The coin depicts a portrait of Raul Brandão, the year of birth of Raul Brandão, in the year of minting the coin. The name of the coin's author, the Portuguese mint mark, and the inscription Portugal. The mintage of the coin is 520,000 pieces. On eBay, such coins were recently sold at prices from $3.8 to $5.2. Currently, the cheapest lot with such a coin costs $4. A coin dedicated to the archaeological excavations of the ancient city of Philippi was issued in Greece. The coin depicts part of the basilica and ancient Greek patterns and mosaics. The inscription archaeological site of Philippi. The name of the country is Greece, the year of minting, the artist's monogram and the mark of the Greek mint. The mintage of the coin is 750,000 pieces. Recent sales on eBay were at prices from $4.50 to $7.50. Now the cheapest coin costs $5. The second coin of Greece is dedicated to perhaps one of the most famous Greek writers of the 20th century, Nikos Kazantzakis. He was nominated for the Nobel Peace Prize, and his works gained worldwide fame after they were made into films. One of the films, The Last Temptation of Christ, was even filmed by Martin Scorsese in 1988. The coin features a portrait of Nikos Kazantzakis. The name of the country is Greece, and the year of minting is 2017. The inscription Nikos Kazantzakis, the mark of the Greek mint, and the artist's monogram. The mintage of the coin is 750,000 pieces. On eBay, such coins were recently sold for prices from $4 to $8. Currently, the cheapest lot with such a coin costs $4. Estonia has issued a coin dedicated to the centenary of independence. This event is symbolically depicted on the coin with the image of an oak tree and leaves. The branches symbolize the time of revolutions and hardships from which the road to Estonia's independence was paved. The leaves symbolize the strength, achievements, and longevity of Estonia. At the bottom is the inscription Mapeyev in the year 1917. This is the Provisional Assembly of Estonia, from which the road to Estonia's independence began. The country inscription Estonia, year of mintage 2017. The mintage of the coin is 1,500,000 pieces. Recent sales on eBay were at prices from $3.3 to $5.7. Currently, the cheapest coin costs $5.6. Lithuania has minted a coin dedicated to the country's capital, Vilnius. The coin depicts a fragment of the panorama of the old city of Vilnius. The inscriptions are Vilnius, Lithuania, year of minting 2017. Designer's mark, mint mark. Mintage of the coin is 1 million pieces. Such coins have recently been sold on eBay at prices ranging from $4.20 to $7. Currently, the cheapest lot with such a coin costs $4. Last year, Latvia launched a series of coins dedicated to the coats of arms of its provinces, and this year, 2 more coins from this series were issued. The first is dedicated to the Kurzeme region and depicts the coat of arms of this region. The inscription Latvia is on top. The inscription Kurzeme is on the bottom. The year of mintage is 2017. The mintage of the coin is 530,000 pieces. Recent sales on eBay have been at prices from $3.8 to $6. The cheapest coin is now worth $4. The second coin of Latvia is dedicated to the Latgale region. It also has a minimalist design with the coat of arms of the region in the center of the coin, the inscription Latvia at the top, the inscription Latgale at the bottom, and the year of minting 2017. The mintage of the coin is 530,000 pieces. Such coins have recently been sold on eBay at prices ranging from $4 to $5. Currently, the cheapest lot with such a coin costs $4. Until 2017, Cyprus minted 2 euro commemorative coins only in the Pan-European series, and in 2017, the first 2 euro commemorative coin from Cyprus outside the Pan-European series was issued. The coin is dedicated to the bell of the European capital of culture of the Cypriot city of Paphos. Before that, among the commemorative 2 euros, coins dedicated to the European capitals of culture were already issued. such as the Portuguese city of Guimarães in 2012, and the Latvian capital of Riga in 2014. The coin depicts the ancient Odeon of the city of Paphos, where in 2017, as part of the celebrations of the title of European Capital of Culture, singing events were to be held. In a semicircle, the inscription Paphos 2017, European Capital of Culture. Below, the inscription Cyprus. The mintage of the coin is 430,000 pieces. Recent sales on eBay were at prices from $3 to $7. Now the cheapest coin costs $3.50. Monaco has minted a coin to mark the 200th anniversary of the founding of the Carabinieri. This small military force is the main front line of protection for the princely family of Monaco. The coin depicts the Carabinieri against the backdrop of the Palace of Monaco. At the top are the inscription Monaco, the mark of the Paris Mint, and the mark of the director of the Mint. At the bottom are the years 1817 to 2017, and the inscription Carabiniers of the Prince. The mintage of the coin is 15,000 pieces. Such coins were recently sold on eBay for $819. Currently, the cheapest lot with such a coin costs $814. In 2017, Andorra celebrated the centenary of its national anthem and minted a coin to commemorate it. The central part of the design reproduces the first notes of the anthem, flanked by an ornamentation of floral style, and the inscription Andorran Anthem. At the top is the year of Mintage 2017, and the inscription Andorran Anthem Centenary. The mintage of the coin is 85,000 pieces. Recent sales on eBay have been at prices from $27 to $28. The cheapest coin is currently priced at $28. The second coin of Andorra is called Andorra Pyrenean Country and is dedicated to the personal brand of this country. The image on the coin is a stylized triangle that partially repeats the images of the borders of Andorra and is a personal brand of this country and is used in graphic publications of Andorra. Below is the inscription Andorra Pyrenean Country and the year of minting 2017. The mintage of the coin is 85,000 pieces. On eBay, such coins were recently sold for $26. Now the cheapest lot with such a coin costs $30. The entire collection of €2 commemorative coins from 2017 at the lowest selling prices on eBay is $1,153. Friends, if you've seen this far, don't be lazy, give it a like. That's all. Stay tuned for future releases and don't miss out on your precious coin.